Here.
Councilor Canal?
Here.
Councilor Condon?
Here.
Councilor Crowe?
Here.
Councilor DeMaria?
Here.
Councilor Matheson?
Here.
Councilor Murphy?
Here.
Councilor O'Malley?
Here.
Councilor Spatafora? Councilor Winslow?
Here.
President Council Seeker.
Yes. Under the provisions of the open meeting law, for those of you in attendance, please be informed that MATV is recording this evening's meeting. And Brian DeLacy, please be advised there will be audio and video recordings of this meeting. First order of business.
Executive session. The city council will vote.
Hold on 1 second, please. You want me to go ahead? Okay, go ahead.
Executive session. The city council will vote to go into executive session with legal counsel for the city council in accordance with exemption 7 MGL 30A 21A7 to comply with or act under the authority of any general or special law or federal grant in aid requirements in order to act on a pending public records request under MGL Chapter 66, Section 10, that seeks the disclosure of the minutes of the City Council's executive session of December 8, 2015. In so convening the executive session, the City Council will act under the open meeting law, MGL Chapter 30A, Section 22G2, to determine whether the minutes of the December 8, 2015 executive session warrant continued non-disclosure.
Councilor Murphy's motion to enter executive session. Clerk will call the roll.
Thank you, Madam President. So if you could afford me just a minute. I've always believed that municipal government should be transparent and accessible, and have taken I've always taken executive session lightly, and I believe that other members of the City Council share that view. Similarly, I believe that a city leader should also be accountable. Last year, Ward 1 Councilor Crowe and myself endeavored to review many of the city departments' staff, including the controller, the assessor, and the city clerk. This is a delicate process which warrants our respect. And may I add, the first time ever these evaluations of our direct reports ever took place. I do agree with Councilor from Ward 4 that Malden needs to be more attentive about approving and releasing minutes from past executive sessions, particularly after the need for discretion and confidentiality has passed. Clearly, our present process is indicative of reform, and his call for accountability is admirable. However, even the best intentions need to be pursued carefully. Minutes from previous executive sessions should be reviewed and made public as appropriate. We should be doing so regularly, at least 3 to 4 times a year. And city officials should be accountable. However, the Ward 4 councilors' current activities are at best overzealous and arguably concerning. We as a city council need to be guided not only by our conscience, but by a process. Hasty decisions made in open meetings or executive sessions, even with the best intentions, set a dangerous precedent. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilor DeMaria. Call the roll.
Councilor Anderson?
Yes.
Councilor Kamel?
Yes.
Councilor Condon?
Yes.
Councilor Crowe?
Yes.
Councilor DeMaria?
Yes.
Councilor Matheson?
Yes.
Councilor Murphy?
Yes.
Councilor O'Malley?
Yes.
Councilor Spatafora? Councilor Winslow?
Yes.
President Council Seeker.
Yes. Next order of business.
Second executive session. The City Council will vote to go into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law 30A, Section 21A1, Exemption 1, for the purpose of discussing the reappointment of the city clerk.
Clerk will call the roll.
Councilor Anderson.
I think there's a question
Councilor O'Malley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do think it's important to explain why I called for the executive session in a measured manner, in compliance with all state laws. I do think that it is no secret that we as a council and as a community need to evaluate the operations of the city clerk's office. I do believe that the circumstance has risen to the point where we need to take some action, whatever that might be, and I think it is appropriate to do that in executive session for everyone involved. I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Clerk will call the roll.
Councilor Anderson.
Yes.
Councilor Kamel.
No.
Councilor Condon.
No.
Councilor Crowe.
No.
Councilor Di Maria.
No.
Councilor Matheson.
No.
Councilor Murphy.
No.
Councilor O'Malley.
Yes.
Councilor Spatafor. Absent. Councilor Winslow.
No.
President Council Seeker.
No.
You would not enter into executive session on executive session number 2.
That fails. So before we recess into executive session, it's been a trying week for me as the council president, and I would just like to mention a few words, so if you don't mind. The Malden City Council has a long and storied history of distinguished service to the residents of Malden. There is no doubt that over the year, we've had many different personality types with different ideals and goals. With that has been no shortage of spirited debate. But when a fellow councilor starts to put the city at risk, that councilor should be called out. Councilor O'Malley, your actions over this past week are inexcusable. As the rest of the city council knows, Councilor O'Malley expressed his desire to film an executive session meeting last week. The desire to film this executive session was, needless to say, a first for this body. Our city solicitor advised Councilor O'Malley that this should not be done, but rather than respect the opinion given by the solicitor, or even stating your disagreement and asking what we table the meeting to get further guidance, Councilor O'Malley, you stated to the council that you were going to do what you wanted. This blatant disregard for any sense of order is unacceptable. It's not the first time you've expressed that despite knowing the rules, you were not going to follow them, as you pulled a similar stunt when we were conducting interviews for the treasurer's office. If I have my way as council president, this will be the last. This body simply cannot tolerate with this type of blatant disregard for order. It's worth noting that I've since received guidance from the Attorney General that such recording of the executive session meeting should only take place with a vote by the City Council to allow such. Councilor, you followed this up by accusing the city clerk of having altering meeting minutes after the fact. This, of course, is a serious allegation, while the record clearly shows that the original handwritten rules from the meeting are accurately reflected in the minutes, disproving your notion. You now apparently are pursuing your belief city employees have engaged in a water-like conspiracy to hide the altering of these minutes. Councilor, when you finally have whatever proof it will take for you to accept the reality that you're wrong, I hope you're going to apologize to these individuals involved who have collectively served this city for over 70 years. Not satisfied with causing trouble, so you say twice, as you proudly put it, you ended the week by filing an open meeting complaint against the City Council, including yourself, with the Attorney General's office. Let me be clear, that is your right, but Councilor, let me ask you, why not first allow the council to try to resolve collaboratively in some reasonable amount of time? There There is no question that we as a body need to tighten up our handling of executive session minutes, both the approval and subsequent release of them, but your actions tell me you are more interested, once again, in being troublemaker than actually addressing these issues. Counselor, if you've somehow convinced yourself that me being new as council president represents a good opportunity for you to wreak havoc, well, you've miscalculated. I won't sit idly by while city employees are mistreated, while rules are blatantly disregarded, and while your interests are put ahead of the interests of this city. I suggest that you follow the advice of Coach Belichick and do your job. It worked well for the Patriots this past weekend and will surely benefit your constituents better than the games you've become distracted with. Council will enter executive session and we will only reconvene for the purpose of adjournment.